gram and 100 grams have shown up, but not huge quantities of those yet. We're still waiting on some of those. So the minted bars are in. We'll put those to the side.
Some 50s in one of those.
We'll have a look. Yeah, see, these are 1 grammers. These are the little fellas. So great for, I might even actually open a box. These are great for if you've got someone that you want to get interested in gold, you know, whether it be, you know, a friend or one of the grandkids or, you know, anything in between sort of thing. These are great. They cost you, they're less than $100 a pop usually.
Around that anyway.
Yeah, they're just a really good size, you know, and a good introduction. So it's enough gold for people to go, wow, but it's not that much gold that you go, holy mackerel.
Outside of
tin sort of thing and tip it out. These are actually stamped out of a big sheet of gold. But the other thing that we like about these things is the packaging they come in. It's called tamper-evident packaging. And if I tried to open this, and I'm not going to do it with a brand new one, but it actually comes up with void printed all the way around the outside. Now that doesn't mean the gold's bad. It just means that Perth Mint's saying, well, somebody's played around with it. We're not guaranteeing that that's the same gold that we put in there when it left the mint. So yeah, it's like an added security. Yeah, Perth Mint, this is the standard kilo bar that Perth Mint has always kind of done. Although you'll note now, they come with a certificate of assay.
Yeah, which is a nice little touch. A lot of the other brands have been doing that for a little while. That's interesting to see Perth do the same.
Join the 21st century.
That's it.
But they're actually producing this new bar. So this bar here, they're actually slightly dearer than the old one, but they will, I don't know if they give you the burst on the back. It doesn't look like they do. Oh, it does. It's certificate of origin. So they actually confirm where this gold has come from itself, that it's not, you know, come from any areas that it shouldn't have and anything along those sort of lines. It's not recycled gold. It's all first use as far as I'm aware, although I would have to confirm that. You pay slightly more for it, but like I said, it comes with that authenticity behind it. So it's not a bad little marketing move by the Perth Mint there.
Blowing up their logo a little bit there, a bit of a design change. I quite like the new one.
Yeah, it looks good, but don't forget, gold is gold. So it just depends on, mate. Where do we go from here?
$50, $50.
Let's have a look at this one. Oh, more kilo bar. Have a look at this. Oh, these are pamps.
Yes.
So not only have we got the Perth Mints in, but we've got the pamps. Now, the last batch of these came with certificates. I can't see the certificates in the box. I'm assuming we've got them somewhere. So there you go. Brand new pamp kilo bars of gold in, and there is nothing like a kilo bar of gold.
They know how to do it.
Yeah, so for those who've been watching our world tour that we've just completed, you would have known that we took a kilo.
And I'm sure they've improved their techniques so they could probably still get 6/9s fine, maybe close to 7/9s fine gold today. So basically what's going on is that their gold that they're refining down is too fine. It's probably 5 or 6/9s fine, but the gold bars that they're selling only need to be 4/9s fine. And so what they're doing is they're adding little bits of silver and copper into the bars on purpose because the gold was too pure. Now the customer is still getting 1 kilo of 4/9s fine gold, but there's a little bit of silver or a little bit of copper.
I was left with this giant blob of gold. I let it cool for a few minutes so that it would solidify, and then I knocked it out of the dish. I dunked it in some water to cool it down quickly, and I also washed it a bit to get rid of any borax residue. The final result was this giant chunk of gold with a mass of 81.31 grams. This was a bit less than the powder that I started with, but that was probably because the powder still had a bit of water or moisture left in it. As I mentioned before, this was more gold than I'd ever held before, and because it was so dense, it also felt abnormally heavy. Now that I had this huge piece of gold, I wanted to do some tests on it. I had always heard that gold was really malleable and soft compared to other metals, and I wanted to see for myself. I did try bending it with just my fingers, but it was absolutely impossible, so I moved on to using tools. The first thing that I tried was to push on it. And when I took it out, I had this nice little hole in it. The next test was to smash it with a hammer and see if it would flatten. Gold is definitely malleable enough.
Once in a ring-like shape, I shape it on the mandrel to better justify its size. I then use a mandrel once again and start filing the rough edges and inside. Final steps include sanding down and polishing. And there you have it, turning a gold ingot into a ring without using a template. And that's it for this video. If you enjoy the more regular uploads, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.
Aware that some of its 1 kilogram bars did not meet the non-gold specifications of the Shanghai Gold Exchange, or the SGE. The SGE specifications demand that the non-gold component, that is 0.1% of the bar or 100 parts per million, contains no more than 50 parts per million of this. New processes were implemented to ensure that 1 kilogram bars would have an average minimum gold purity of of 99.996% compared with the industry standard of approximately 99.992% as a result of this new practice, which came into effect December 2021. The maximum non-gold component in a 1 kilogram bar is 0.004%, which adheres to the SGE's non-gold specification standards. I would have said, okay, you can't have 50 parts per million silver. Now you get no silver. And instead of 99.992%, guess what? We're doing 99.991% gold and 0.009% copper. So take that. That's what I would have done. But I'm not in charge. I guess they're too nice. They're basically like, oh, too much silver, we'll just add enough gold so that, you're not going to get over that 50 parts per million. So maybe that is what Shanghai Gold Exchange wanted. Maybe they wanted that little bit of extra gold in there because they're like, hey, Perth Mint is saving $640,000 a year. Let's get every penny out of them that we can and complain about this. So I suppose that is another theory out there. They just wanted them to raise the gold percentage. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like both theories are still very good. If I was handling this, I would not have done it the way they did. But that just goes to show the Perth Mint, they're very, very reputable.